So yes, my hair is long and goofy. Don't let that distract you too much. It's a quick question. Or observation, I guess. So, Richard Branson in 97 decides he's going to make Virgin Galactic. He has all of the money, research, tools, everything you could possibly think. There's no reason why in 97 when he says, by 2007 or something like that, 2005, that he'll be offering space flights to the average person, vacations, all sorts of things, right? So by 2000, in 2000 he's knighted. He becomes Sir Richard Branson. So, here we are in 2017, and that's 20 years later. Virgin Galactic has yet to they can achieve low Earth orbit, just like we can, just like NASA can, just like anybody else seems to be able to do. They can't seem to get any further. How many years do you think it was before Virgin Galactic realized that, hey, something isn't right, and we can't do this. There's something's not right. Would you say it's probably 1, 2, maybe 3 years, 2 years? What do you give a guy like Richard Branson to keep him quiet? www.the-bilderberg, BILDERBERG-group.com. It's a music. Put a 0 in the payment box, get the free download. Sorry, I had to do that. What do you give a guy like Richard Branson? He has everything. He's done everything. He has Virgin Music, Virgin, this, that. He has so much money you can't even imagine. So I'm sure he's seen everything. He has access to everything. What do you give a guy like that? You could give him immortality. You can ensure that even 1,000 years from now, in the history of the world, he'll be Sir Richard Branson. That'll go down in the official, most heavily guarded, protected history of whatever. They'll always know who Richard Branson is. You're not going to know who what's-his-name was from Atlantic Records, and you're not going to know a bunch of other record company executives. You're always going to know who Sir Richard Branson is. And as a knight, once you're considered a sir, that means you're a knight. You do the queen's bidding. You do work for the queen. You have done amazing work for the queen. So, like Paul McCartney and all these other music people who are, supposed to keep us where we are and become extremely famous. Elton John, there's a few actors. There's Sean Connery. I don't know if Sean Connery is he?
I thought he was.
No, I don't think he is. What's his name is? Ben Kingsley is.
Oh, yes, he is.
But, when you can't offer anybody else anything, what do you offer them? Immortality. And I think 3 years into it, Richard Branson was like, hey, I got a secret. And they were like, you better shut your mouth. We'll wipe you out. And he was like, well, you could try, but I probably got a pretty good defense team. I probably can hire some pretty good defenses. And they were like, look, we don't even want to fight this. Why don't you, we'll give you, what do you want? And it just makes sense because Richard Branson was the bad boy. I mean, Virgin Music was started because he was the bad boy, and everything he's done was always against the grain. So now he's just welcomed. And again, nobody's calling out the fact that he hasn't done shit. Virgin Galactic is, by all means, a tremendous failure. And again, NASA did a whole bunch of layoffs. You can't say he can't compete with NASA. I mean, granted, NASA has the unlimited budget, but he basically did too. And NASA had a huge string of layoffs, so there was a bunch of engineers. So what's going on with that? Just my thoughts. Share the video in the description as well.